Dave Petriarch and I'm running for mayor. I'm running because I feel it is important that we continue to work to improve our community while ensuring that our taxes remain affordable. When I took office in 2007, we were about to enter one of the worst recessions in our nation's history. We worked our way through it by not digging in deeper into the taxpayer's pocket, but instead seeking out more cost-effective ways to continue the services that we have become accustomed to while still providing the additional services that residents often ask for. You see, you can't dwell on the problems, such as hard economic times, but instead you have to focus on the solutions to work your way through the problem, maintaining a positive approach towards your goal to be successful. We have done this by continuing to produce budgets that allow services to continue uninterrupted while maintaining one of the lowest property taxes not only in Burlington County, but also in the state of New Jersey. My budgets have been crafted around the needs of our residents while being conscious of their ability to pay for the service. I have submitted the lowest budget percentage increase in over 40 years. Since taking office, I have been challenged with improving the failing park system. First, we replaced the older version of Imagination Kingdom, the new park that has been named the #1 community-built park in New Jersey. We completely revamped Bayberry Park. If anyone remembers how that area was tucked back in the woods with all the illegal alcohol and drug activity, and now this park represents one of the safest parks here in the community with its open design and easy access. The floating fishing dock has been a big hit for families wishing to spend a day fishing on the lake. We've rebuilt not only the lake area of Mirror Lake Beach, but the park side of the property as well. We've invested in Country Lakes and Presidential Lakes parks, along with the football fields and concession stands at the Nesbitt Center. We are investing $1.1 million in Green Acres funding into the West End Park off of Scrapetown Road. We are one of the largest townships in Burlington County, and there is no county park in our area. We need to convince our freeholders that Pemberton Township also deserves a county park. When I first became mayor, one of my top priorities was to find a way to resolve the challenges in maintaining our infrastructure. Taking on this challenge with the approach that failure wasn't an option and the solution was not going to be easy, but achievable. I was, of course, bombarded with requests for new roads by everyone. I quickly found out that the method we were using, contracting 6 to 8 roads per year at a cost of $800,000 to $1 million a year, $800,000, which I also tried for a couple of years, wasn't going to get the job done. It wasn't going to work going forward. With the support of council, I was able to put together an in-house road paving program using Public Works employees. Last year alone, we paved over 5 miles of roadways, resulting in savings of millions of dollars in taxpayer dollars here in the township. No other town's doing that. When the New Jersey DEP told us that our dams were not safe and required us to bring them up to standards or drain our lakes, I knew that the only option we faced was repairing our dams and maintaining our lake community. I worked with our engineers and the DEP to ensure that all of our dams were properly repaired and safe. We invested over $6 million in the repairs of the Country Lakes dams, over $1 million in the Bayberry Dam, which we recouped from FEMA reimbursement, and Public Works worked on the Middle Dam in Presidential Lakes and brought that up to standard and saved taxpayers hundreds of thousands of dollars just on that project. I was approached by the leaders of our volunteer fire services and informed that our equipment was desperately in need of repairs and replacement. I required the fire chiefs to provide me with a detailed report explaining their position. After reviewing the information they provided, we agreed to purchase 3 new fire trucks, a first in Pemberton Township's history, in improved personal protection gear, their PPE, assisted the volunteer fire companies in consolidating their operations into one company under one leadership that now provides not only consolidated fire service, but also EMS services. And now a new fire building, fire station coming to Presidential Lakes, which will have a strengthening effect on our emergency services, and also a community building adjacent to that, which will expand our recreation program there. I knew we needed to address the lack of economic development within our downtown business district, so my first action after becoming mayor was to reach out to the owner of the Browns Mill Shopping Center and attempt to work with him on redeveloping his property, the biggest eyesore in our community. After 12 years of trying to work with him and persuade him to fix his property, and years of meeting with developers, enough was enough. I made the decision with the support of council and the residents to take the property owner to court and take the property through eminent domain. Now the old Acme building is being torn down. We waited a long time, and together we can rebuild this property. How exciting is that? And again, we are using Public Works employees to do the demo and save taxpayers money. That's the cost-saving model we have developed, and it continues to work for us. The same model was used when we had the opportunity to purchase the properties that were for sale along Juliustown Road. We purchased them with UEZ funds and not tax dollars, had Public Works do the demo, and we are very close to having a clean canvas to now paint the picture of our future. I was concerned that our water division was not being managed properly and that too much of the fees collected were being used to offset the municipal budget. It was important that we stop this practice and begin investing into our water infrastructure. Since then, we brought 2 new production wells online, reconditioned several existing wells in need of service, and put a state-of-the-art filtration system on well 11 to ensure that our residents are getting the safest and best quality drinking water available. I closed the deal on the Bora Heart and Lung Hospital's water system to acquire their system, which includes 2 wells and an above-ground storage tank that will be connected to the township system, strengthening our water supply system to our residents even more. A new water system is underway on the north side of town, across from the Johnson Court area, to address our dependency on another township for water, which will allow us to save money and provide better water to our residents. Our Public Works employees are installing new water mains daily, saving tax dollars and maintaining jobs here in our community. These are just a few of the many accomplishments that have occurred during my administration. There is still a long ways to go. A lot of work to be done. We need to finish the Browns Mill Shopping Center and the Juliustown Road project. Move to the next property in the redevelopment area. We need to continue to meet with developers and investors. We need to ensure that the former Burlington County College is developed in the best interest of our residents and not allow the freeholders to sell it to those that have no interest in us and don't include us. We need to continue to aggressively invest in our infrastructure to ensure that we never get as far behind the 8 ball as we were when I took office. Continuing to support our recreation and senior citizen programs is a must. Ensure that budgets are prepared that reflect our residents' ability to pay while providing the services they request. My administration, produce budgets that have kept us at one of the lowest property taxes in the area. We are the 2nd lowest property taxes in Burlington County and the 15th lowest taxes in the state of New Jersey. That's not an easy task for any municipality or any governing body, but with the hard work that this administration and this mayor and council have been doing for the residents of Pemberton, we've been able to achieve that. And we'll continue to work towards that goal of holding taxes lower in Pemberton than most anywhere else in the state of New Jersey. And we feel that's important because that allows our residents to remain here living in our community of diversity, which we value. With your support, we will continue to work to improve our community and keep our taxes at an affordable rate.